What's up, guys? Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. How you doing? So what I'm gonna do here, this is a continuation to the video the other day about EQing, and I'm speaking to you right now on the 3K EQ that I did. There's no other effects. I do have the noise gate on, only because it was picking up a lot of background noise. So at least now when I'm not speaking, it shouldn't be too bad. Hey, Scott, how you doing, brother? So if you recall from the last video, we this is the exact 3K EQ that we did, and it was looking good here and sounding okay in the monitor. And remember, there's no other effects in line, right? So we're just talking about EQ. And I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. If I go and turn on all these other effects, which I'm doing right now, you're going to start to hear the difference. And the effects absolutely, let me shut these off, add a lot of color and excitement to the audio, but we're just trying to get the EQ down. So what I normally do after I think it sounds okay, and I think it looks good here on the spectrum analyzer, I go over to the radio. And now I'm going to get a visual representation of how the EQ will look transmitted. So I just pick any frequency. Here we go. And let me just show you. So this, I stretch it all the way out, as far as I could go. Now, it doesn't matter if anyone's on frequency, because I have a zero drive. I'm not going to be transmitting. But I do want to kind of find a clear spot so I can see. All right. So let's see what it looks like. Let's give it a shot. KB2UKA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, so what I'm seeing already, let me keep this going here. It starts out looking relatively balanced, but you'll notice now, remember, this is 0 hertz here, right? So this is lower sideband. So this is going to be my low end, closer to the 0 hertz, and this is my high end. And from a balance perspective, I feel like I might have too much low mid and too much low. So I can fix that a couple of ways. So first, what we're going to do, you'll notice on my low end, and this is because I'm defaulting here to what I would normally transmit with for how I have everything EQ'd for my normal transmitting. I'm 1 hertz low and 3000 hertz high. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to make this more normal for what would normally happen. I'm going to go 75 low. And what I like to do to round it off, I take whatever I'm doing on the low end and I add that to my high end. So I want to be 3000 high, so I'm going to be 3075 high. All right. So now I'm going to try transmitting again. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is a little bit more balance. Let me tighten this up a little bit. This is KB2UKA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to still, I don't want to boost my high end anymore in the EQ yet. I want to cut a little bit of the low end. So hold on. Let's go back over here. So right now my low cut is 65. I'm going to bring that up a little bit. right around to 75, where I'm cutting in the transmit EQ. And let's see, that kind of brightened it up a little bit in the monitor. I want to see visually how that's going to look in the transmit. So here we go, KB2UKA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's looking a little bit more balanced to me. Let's see if we tighten this up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still have a lot of energy in the low end. I don't want to boost the high end, so I'm going to do a little bit more EQing here to balance this spectrum out. I want a little bit less pop here on the low, and I kind of want it to just match what's happening here on the high end. So let's see what we could do. So now, all right, here's at 84. I'm going to, no, let's keep that where it is. I'm going to slide that down a little bit. I'm going to pull that out. Okay. All right, let's do a little cut right there. Right around 100. I want to sharpen the Q to make it a little narrower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll keep this right around 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go back. All right, this is KB2UKA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stretch it out a little bit. Slide this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. KB2UKA. I'm going to give a little boost to the high end. Let's sharpen that Q a little bit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting to look a little bit more balanced. You could see that right on the transmit spectrum. Let's pull it out a little bit. 1, 2, well, pull it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still think I need a little cut. Little tiny cut right here. Let's cut that a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's starting to look really nice. The question is, how is it going to sound? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's see how it sounds.
Accuracy. Was it Victor Echo 3 or Victor Alpha 3?
Okay, VE3 Alpha Whiskey Sierra 59, and we're an RCA member.
Okay, thanks for north of Toronto from W2RCA. Okay, 73 from W2 Radio Club of America. I have Whiskey Kilowatt 8 Norway Kilowatt.
All right, 40.
Okay. Did you say you were in Ohio? Your report is 59, and we are an RCA member. Okay, Jack, I got you down in Springfield. Yeah, on the way to Dayton or Xenia, I guess. 73, and thanks for the call from Whiskey 2 Radio Club of America.
This is Whiskey Alpha.
Kilo Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt America.
Whiskey Alpha 1 Golf X-Ray Charlie. Over.
Whiskey Alpha 1 Golf X-Ray Charlie 59 RCA member.
Good afternoon. You're 5'9", true 5'9" as well here in Southern Rhode Island. Not an RCA member. Used to work for Radio Corporation of America and our station down in Chatham. Started opening the ships on CW the same year, 1921. Hey, 73, thanks a lot for you guys putting this on. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. This is WA1GXP.
Okay, 73, and thanks a lot. QRZ?
Kilo Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt America.
KB2UKA 59 RCA member.
All right, Roger, not an RCA member. You are 10 over 9 into Long Island, New York. Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. Sounding great, over.
Okay, Doug. Well, you're 20 over here in western Pennsylvania, so band seems to be decent shape today.
Yeah, Roger. Can I get a quick audio report? Just did another quick EQ here, over.
The audio is fine. I don't hear anything bad about it. Not knowing your voice, it's hard to say whether you're high-pitched or bassy, but very intelligible.
All right, well, that's what I was going for. I appreciate it, my friend. Have a great day and good luck. KB2UKA clear.
Okay, 73 from W2 Radio Club of America. QRZ?
Victor Echo 3.
All right, so there we have it so far. You know, that's, again, audio is very subjective. What I would normally do next, once I think it looks good and sounds good in the monitor, I would start monitoring myself on WebSDR, or I would start monitoring myself with another transceiver here in the shack. And then the final step would be to really bring it to the air with people that I trust to help me do some final tweaks here in the EQ. Right here. So I hope all this helps. Again, I didn't get that granular. You have to do a lot of reading on what these frequencies mean, what they affect, what they mean on the human ear. But this was part 2. First step is EQ. Make it look good, sound good to your ear in the EQ, and then bring it to the transmitter, especially if you're running an SDR, and see how it looks here in the transmit spectrum. So that's really it, guys. What I'm going to do now is just play a little bit of radio. So let me save this. And I'm going to go, we're going to go play on 20 a little bit.
Your 40 watts is doing a good job. We're running a little bit more than 40 watts, honestly. Legally, though.
Okay, ooh, that changed. So, this is a profile I use when I'm just calling CQ, especially on 20. It's brighter. Not as much bass. You see I have a cut here. And I'm EQ'd out. My low cut here is at 4540.
Okay.
try again. Okay, we'll find Albert. A very, very good afternoon to you, and nice to hear you again, Albert. Beautiful signal, 59 plus.
Okay, all right, real fine, Albert. It stands out like that, eh? Oh, I'm telling you. Well, I can assure you it's probably the microphone. It's just the ASU, just the standard microphone. It's not, it's the 5000. It's the 5000, the FTDX 5000. But, real good there. Well, I'm glad to know that I stand out, and I guess that's a good thing here on the bands, especially the way the band is today. But no problem, you're 5 dB over S9, Albert. Nice to hear you again, my friend, and thank you for taking the time and giving us a call. 73s, stay safe there in North Carolina. November 4, Sierra Hotel Bravo, Victor Papa, 9 Italy, November. QRZ.
Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America.
Okay, Uniform Kilowatt America. Go again.
Hi, good afternoon. The call sign is Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt America. Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. You're 5 over 9. QSL?
Okay, QSL, Doug. Beautiful signal, 20 dB over 9 coming into Bermuda out of New York this afternoon, Doug. Nice to meet you for the first time there. And you and the XYL look very, very photogenic. They're a beautiful picture of you both there. And I trust you're still enjoying it up to today there, Doug. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Roger, Alan. I think it's Alan. Victor Papa 9, Italy, November, I think. QSL?
QSL, Doug, you got it. It's Alan. Alpha, Lima, Alpha, November. QSL?
QSL, my friend, you're sounding great. Yep, that's about 12 years ago, and we're still going strong, brother. Still going strong, my friend. You're booming in here. The station here this afternoon is a Sunsdr2 DX. I'm running just about 1,300 watts into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical, Allen. I've got 120 ground radials at about 65 feet in length each, and a legal limit remote tuner right at the feed point at the base of the antenna. All the audio is processed virtually through Logic Pro on my iMac. So I'm living in the virtual realm here, Alan. And also I'm live streaming on YouTube. So if you want to hear how you're making it into New York, just throw my call sign KB2UKA into the search box of YouTube. We're about 19 minutes into the video. You'll be able to watch it back at any time. Over?
Okay. All right. Real fine, Doug. And yeah, the station sounds impressive. I know certainly the signal is steady, beautiful signal coming down here this afternoon, Doug. And okay, we'll do that, and we'll put a note here before I move on, and we will take the time and watch that video about 19 minutes in. Okay, we'll find out. Well, my regards to the missus, and keep on trucking there, my friend. Nice to meet you for the first time. Take care, Doug. All the best. Thank you for the nice contact. Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, Victor Papa, 9 Italy, November. QRZ.
73.
Contact 73, you have a great weekend. This is November 2, Mike Delta, QRZ.
Whiskey Alpha 1, Golf X-ray Charlie, 5 America, Mike.
calling CQ. CQ. CQ 20 meters, CQ. Hotel Papa 9, Sierra Alpha Mexico, Mercury, Panama. Calling CQ. CQ. CQ 20 meters, CQ. Hotel Papa 9, Sierra Alpha Mexico, calling CQ on this frequency and standing by.
Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was popping my hat off here, and I missed part of your call. I hear it's Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America. Come back and give me the prefix, please. Go ahead.
No worries, Stephen, no worries. The call sign again is Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, KB2UKA. Name here is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. You're 5 and 8 this afternoon, over.
Roger that. Well, thank you for that 5 and 8. I had you at a 5-9 plus 10. 5-9 plus 10. You might be just putting a little bit of fire on the wire. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. About 1,300 watts, Stephen, into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 65-foot ground radials. Over.
Wow, that is a lot. I don't know anything about verticals, but I have been told, my understanding is that when you put radios down, you put them at very...
What's up, Rod?
But you said every one of yours is the same length, 65 feet. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. So I've got it for the lowest band I operate this thing on, which is 80 meters. And the antenna has a legal limit remote tuner at the base of the antenna at the feed point to reduce coaxial loss. And with that amount of radials, it's extremely efficient, The amplifier is the newly popular Mercury III solid-state amp. I've had it about a year and a half. It's a workhorse. And then all the audio, I process all the audio virtually through the i9 iMac. I basically have a studio rack built into the software. I run Logic Pro, and we're not that wide right now. We're just about 3K wide. But that's the station here, over.
Fantastic signal over the air. Let me tell you, Doug, great signal, great system and station you have there. Well, thank you very much, sir. Are you having much luck today? I've been playing around on 21 and, on 12 and 15 and haven't gotten much action, so I thought I'd come up here and see if I could find out. Ed?
All right, Stephen. Well, I hope you have a good time calling CQ. The pan adapter looks a little light, but maybe things will tick up here as the clock hands move. So I'll say 73 to you. Have a beautiful weekend. Hotel Papa Niner, Sugar Alpha Mexico from KB2UKA. And by the way, this is our 4th QSO, according to my logbook. 3rd one on 20, and we had one on 17. So 73, Stephen. Have fun. Take care. What's up, Rod? Hope you're doing well, brother. Did a little part 2 of my EQ video at the beginning of this live stream. And now we're just playing radio.
Kilo Alpha 9, Hotel Kilo Kilo.
Daniel.
And we get your 5-9 in the short quarter. Let's see here, to give you a little play-by-play, I got a Huey to my left taking off with a group of spectators. Have you seen any yet?
Karen, I went flying this morning, RC, and I almost hit a deer before I got, 2 miles away from the house. I saw it kind of parallel on the road on the right-hand side, and I could tell he was going to come across. And he did come right out in front of me. Luckily enough, I had been watching him. So I didn't hit him.
Back, yourself? Five by 4 Southwest Missouri. 73, thank you for the park. Roger that. Cancel that 4 by 5 by 4. You came up to a 5 by 6.
What's up, Todd?
Doing pretty good there, David.
I'd like to hear stories like this. Running OptiBeam, 11 element OptiBeam with 3 elements here on 20 meters, and we're, like I say, we're just kind of loping along here about 800 watts. The ACOM 1000 amplifier and the Kenwood 590, good.
Sorry about that.
LJB. K73 QRZ from W2RCA. I heard a whiskey kilowatt something. Okay, whiskey.
All right, let's play a little AM. Let's see some AM. All right, that's cool, Todd. And let's see it get brighter. Here we go, nice and bright for AM. Ooh, that sounds good. Man, that mic's hot. All right. All right, there we go. Holy static crashes. Holy schmoly. Oh yeah. Alright, that's crazy. What the hell is going on?
I work with
What the hell is that? Yeah, I know. I gotta figure this out, Todd. It's been bugging me for a month. I think I gotta move the arm to this side of the table. I can look over like this. Hello, Tim the Tool Man. I'm assuming this is atmospheric. It wasn't here before.
My thyroid. Probably that thing since 99. Anyway, this is the Swan Tech Net, and we get together on Saturdays.
And the compressor is off. Let me see here. Well, I got here's my newest settings. Mic gain 25%. Compressor is 2. Transmit bass is +1. Transmit treble is +4. Receive bass is +4. And receive treble is +3. The transmit bandwidth is on the wide position. And I'm running a I use a headset. Helps me with the hearing a little bit better. And it's a HAL headset. And I think it's
And you're running your drink? It sounds great. WAA-SHA. K4BOB with the Swan Tech Net.
Okay, Stu, real good. I'll say hello to Evan down there in beautiful southern Ohio. Hello, Evan, and hope you and your wife are doing good. Lucy and I are doing fine, and hanging in there. I'm just watching the race there. They're in the pits, and the Corvette.
You guys, hey Todd, when you're on 40, are you seeing SATA crashes like this? All right, let's see something. All right, they're on 80. They're on 40. All right, they're just on the low. Oh, yeah. All right, so they're on the low bands. I'm seeing the crashes on 40 and 80. All right, let me try this tuning again. Yeah, I shouldn't have any lightning. It's crystal clear out. Let me take a look. Oh, no. Yeah, there's a load of storms over Jersey. Yep. Are we getting lightning? I'm in a severe thunderstorm watch. Great. It was just beautiful outside. All right, let me see if I can get this thing to keep tuning. All right, 1.7 on the radio meter. Under 1.1 on the external. Ooh, oh, nope. She don't want to hold. Let me try this again. It's a process for me to tune 80. All right, that's 390, 360. Good. 330. Yeah, well, I'm a lot closer. They're right on the coast in northern Jersey. Oh, would you look at that? Very low SWR. That's good. All right, let's see. There's obviously no propagation on 80 right now. I'm just... This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use. KB2UKA. All right, let's see if I can increase that. This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use. All right. That's very good. I have full functionality for 80 meter AM. CQ, 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 80 AM. This is KB2UKA. CQ, 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 80 meters. Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America. Calling CQ80, KB2UKA, Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by. CQ, 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 80 meter AM. KB2UKA calling CQ, CQ, CQ80. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America. QRZ.
Yeah, KB2UKA, this is WA1QIX.
Someone actually answered when I didn't think they would. WA1Q India X-ray?
Yep, WA1 Queen Item X-ray. This is WA1QIX in New Hampshire.
Okay, Roger. WA1QIX. Good afternoon. Hold on. I'm having a little bit of SWR issues, but that should have fixed it. Good afternoon. Name here, Stephen, is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. You're 20 overs, sounding great. How copy? Over?
Oh, yeah, I hear you perfectly up here, Doug. KB2UKA, this is WA1QIX. Name is Steve, S-T-E-V-E, Steve. We're located in a little town up here in central New Hampshire called Mirror Lake, like mirror, mirror on the wall, Lake, New Hampshire. We're running a Humboldt transmitter here. So yeah, you're doing great. I wonder what you're running there and all that sort of stuff. KB2, are you new to AM? I don't believe I've heard you on here before. KB2UKA, this is WA1QIX.
Yeah, well, I've been dabbling. I've been dabbling for about a month, mostly on 40. I was having a rough time getting a tune down here, and I still kind of am. Hold on one second. All right, there is... Yeah, I'm not... I got to do a low carrier right now. Yeah, so the station here is a Sunsdr2 DX. Normally I run a 200 watt carrier. Right now I'm running like a 30 watt carrier. And the antenna is a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 65-foot ground radials and a legal limit tuner at the base of the antenna. The whole station runs on an i9 iMac, and all of the audio is processed virtually through Logic Pro. So it's basically a virtual studio rack. And what happens, Steve, this antenna has been up about a year and a half. On day 1, I had about 20 radials. On day 90, I had about 40 radials. And once I breached 50, I lowered the inductance at the feed point, and this remote tuner was unable to tune anywhere on 80. When I got to around 100 radials, I started getting a tune again, and now at 125 radials, I can kind of trick the tuner. If I start tuning at like 3,990 and then tune again at 930 and then at 890, I could get it to work down here, but now it's not holding. Over?
Oh, very interesting. That's an interesting antenna you got there. Very interesting antenna. I don't hear too many verticals on 75 meters, so the person actually has a reasonable signal. Now, we are quite far from each other. I'm up here in central New Hampshire, so that's, because verticals have a low angle of radiation. But yeah, so you've added a bunch of radials, which of course is going to improve the efficiency of the antenna tremendously, and likely drop the feed point impedance of the antenna at 43 feet. The feed point impedance is going to be, I think it's going to be capacitive and fairly low, because it's not quite a quarter wavelength, which would be the the ideal. But it's working very well. I mean, I'm hearing you fine on 30 watts. No problem at all there, Doug. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. I think we just have a good path. So what I'm either going to do, because we're planning, I'm on a small lot here, and we want more property. And the house is pretty big, but we want more property. So I think we're going to move in 6 months or so. Not too far. 5 minutes up the road, but there's a couple of acre-and-a-half lots. And once I'm there, I'm going to do some big 2-element 80-meter delta loops and all that fun stuff. But in the meantime, what I'm probably going to do is run a little bit of wire off the top of this thing, kind of like an inverted L, just to help it tune better on 80. But yeah, it's fine for now. Yesterday I was right here, and I was able to run a 100-watt carrier, but I don't think I rushed my little tuning process to get down here. So I think the auto tuner's just not picking it up. Over.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. KB2UKA WA1QIX. Interesting that it won't tune it. Because you should be able to. Now, can you adjust the tuner manually, or is it strictly automatic?
See, that's yes, I can. I can. I'm trying not to. It's that MFJ. I forgot the model number. It's been out there so long. It's their legal limit remote tuner, and I actually didn't get a dud. A lot of them are duds. It's been out there a year and a half. I triple waterproofed it, so I got to crack it open if I want to adjust it, which I'll probably end up doing that. The last time I checked, hold on one second. I've got it written down here. If this cooperates. The last time I checked, the resistive impedance was only 20 ohms at the feed point. That was at 100 radials. I've added another 25 since, and I just haven't checked. But I'm sure I can adjust. I'm sure I could get it to tune if I manually adjust it. Over.
Probably, yeah. The low feed point impedance is due to the fact that the antenna is not a quarter wavelength, it's less. So the impedance will be lower and lower and lower as the antenna gets shorter, but all those radials really help a lot. I wonder what your noise level is like. Are you using the same antenna for receiving? Because usually verticals pick up a lot of noise.
Well, right now I've got a minus 60 dB, wait, hold on. Sorry, minus 95 dB noise floor. It's like an S8, but that's only here. I'm normally an S3 or 4, 40 meters and up. It's actually not unbearable even on 75, 80 meters. Plus, the Sunsdr software quiets everything down. Over?
Yeah, sure. Very, very good. KB2UKA WA1QIX. So you've been fooling around with AM for about a month, and what prompted? I mean, I've been on AM for like 50 some odd years. What prompted you to get on AM? The sound quality or what?
Yeah, all the audio stuff. So me and a bunch of my buddies, we do a lot of the Voodoo 4K and up sideband stuff on 40, and I've been doing that pretty much for the last year. I went from a 9-component studio rack, then I evolved to a 1-component studio rack. It's called a Behringer XAir 18. It's basically a mixer that's software controlled with embedded effects. And then about 4 months ago, I got rid of all the hardware, and everything is just through a digital audio workstation. And it plays really nice. And so then I said, you know what, let's go to AM. And I built out a 10K EQ. That's what I'm on now. And let's see, the low cut is at 23 hertz, and the high cut is at 10.5K. And that goes into a waterfall of processing. So the EQ goes into an Aphex Vintage plugin exciter. Then I'm running another exciter that's specifically for 1400 hertz. Then something called a Max Bass Booster. very little compression, tiny bit of compression with a brick wall limiter at 0 dB. I'm on a pretty hot condenser microphone, so I've got a gate in line. And then just a touch of plating. Over.
What is plating with respect to audio processing?
Reverb. Room ambience. Over.
Yep, I hear that. It actually would probably sound better without it, but it's a personal taste thing. Stand by. I just have to run in the shack room and just check the tuning of the transmitter. Stand by one moment. I am not operating from my shack. I mean, the shack is in the same house, but I'm not operating from there. So stand by. I just got to run in there and take a peek.
I'm only 30 watts, Todd. And I think 70, 80 is very short.
Not bad. Yeah, that's interesting on the audio equipment. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty reasonable software, audio processing stuff available these days. I mean, it's been available for a while, but the prices have really come down. The functionality has gone up. You can do quite a lot with it. Over here, I'm running fairly, I won't say minimal, but I'm not running a lot of processing. Using, it's pretty simple. I have another station set up in Massachusetts where I used to live. I still have a transmitter there. 90-foot tower, but I'm going to have to take that down eventually because, I don't own the land anymore. I sold the house. But it was such a good radio location, I figured I'd keep something set up there and, see how I do from up here. I'm getting out okay from up here. Not quite as good as that location, but good enough. Down there I have a homebrew 5-band discriminant audio processor and a bunch of stuff, but up here I should move that processor up here because that's a really good processor. I built it in 1979. So here I'm just running a Symmetrics processor here and a graphic equalizer. So very simple, but works well enough. I say not as good as my 5-band audio processor, but not bad either. Personally, I do not. I don't use any kind of noise gate, or some people call it expansion, because I can hear them run, and I don't use any artificial reverb. I just use the. I'm operating from my kitchen right now. There's probably some room ambience. There's probably noise in the background, and you can hear the refrigerator running and stuff like that. KB2UKA WA1QIX up here in Mirror Lake, New Hampshire.
All right, great. Well, you sound great. I just shut the reverb off. This room is relatively hot to begin with, so you might not even hear that much of a difference because it was such little reverb. Were you able to hear the difference?
I mean, I can still hear some room acoustics in there, but it appears to be somewhat less. And the room sounds fairly live.
It is. It's a live room. And I do have the gate on, but the gate's also barely on, just a touch of it. So if I stop talking... All right, well, yeah, the gate did close. Yeah, it's a hot room. I got big plans, Steve. Big plans when we move for the new shack. There'll be audio treatment on the walls, the whole 9 yards. Over?
Yeah. So when's that project happening?
We're looking to be in by June of next year. So there's nothing has to be built. It'll be a turnkey home. But that'll be the plan. And we're not selling this one first. I'll sell this one after I leave. And we're keeping the kids in the same district. It's just literally, it's technically the next town, but that town also falls in this school district. Over.
Yeah, that's good. You don't want to move the kids. That's for sure. I have kids. I have one granddaughter, actually, so my children are a lot older than yours. My youngest child is 30, and my older child is 33, so my oldest, I have two boys.
You're right, Todd.
Younger is 30, older is 33. That's good. Yeah, it's nothing like building a new house. I built a couple of them. I did a lot of the work myself. But this house here, is terrible. I mean, I moved from this wonderful place and incredible radio location and stuff like that, but I really wanted to live on a lake, and I have a lot of experience up here in central New Hampshire with the lakes. So I bought a lake house, but of course there weren't that many lake houses for sale. And this one, I met all the criteria. Faces southwest, so I got the sunsets, and it's nice and sunny and all that, but boy, the house is awful. It is really bad. And I was going to tear it down and build another one. And then the cost of building materials went up so high that I decided I better forego that, because it was going to cost a lot more. So I'm still here in the crummy house. I've been doing work on it, but I haven't been doing a lot because I still have a fantasy of tearing it down and building another house there, Doug. So that's great that you're doing that, because I don't know if you've lived in a new house before, but boy, there's nothing like it. Everything's done right. You get to choose exactly what it is, and usually works out. KB2UKA from WA1QIX.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm 41. I've got an 8 and 7-year-old. And my wife and I built a house in Connecticut. We're from Long Island, but in 2011, we moved to Connecticut. We were up there for 4.5 years. We moved back and settled where we are now. The house I'm in now was built in 1923. It's been remodeled multiple times by previous owners and us. But every now and then we find a pipe that was not replaced by the previous dozen owners. So that's always fun. Steve, pleasure meeting you here on the air. There's a major thunderstorm off the coast of Jersey, and I'm getting alerts here that tells me I should get off the radio. And I don't know if you're seeing it, but I'm having major static crashes, 30 dB static crashes. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to play with this antenna maybe tomorrow. Maybe crack open the tuner and adjust the settings so I don't have to add any wire. I'm trying to do minimum stuff here. I don't want to add. I've got a whole urban beam, step-by-R urban beam assembled in the garage, and then we decided to move, so I'm not putting it up. That'll go into storage. So I'll say 73 to you, Steve. You're going to be hearing more of me, with reverb or without. You're going to hear me. So looking forward to it. Whiskey Alpha 1, Quebec, India, X-Ray. From KB2UKA, I'll listen out, 73.
Okay, very good, Doug. Well, it's really nice to meet you. And yes, I'm hearing the static here. I was wondering where that was coming from, because the crashes are quite strong. Not as strong, obviously, where you are. They're even stronger, but I'm running a lot more power than you are as well. Very good. Well, nice to meet you, and we'll be following the progress of the new house and all that if you get on here and tell us about it. So 7-3s for now, Doug, and we'll talk with you later. KB2UKA, WA1QIX, Mirror Lake, New Hampshire. Let you go there and have a good rest of the day.
All right, appreciate it again. KB2UKA clear, 73.
All right, 7-3s there, Doug.
All right, guys, take care. Have a great one.